What is up, people? Glen here. Welcome back to Glen's Reviews, where we talk about movies, TV shows, toys, comic books, video games, anything horror related. If you couldn't tell already, we're going to be talking about something comic book related. Now, you might be asking, what does this have to do with horror? Well, I'm getting to that point. I absolutely love comic books. If you could say anybody's got an origin story, that would be mine. When I was a kid, my grandpa passed away and left me a ton of his comic books. I started reading Spider-Man, X-Men, those are my favorite ones. Then I went on to Batman, Superman. I learned a lot of life lessons from comic books. They've helped me greatly later on in life. I learned how to draw from reading comic books. But anyway, it wouldn't take a real genius to figure out that I love comic books and superheroes, judging by all my videos, just looking at my humble abode, looking at my bedroom, shit, even my truck outside. But anyway, I've been a huge horror fan my whole life too. You might be saying like, well, how does superheroes and horror stuff go together? Well, that's leading back to what we're going to look at tonight. Marvel Zombies. At some point, Marvel felt it was necessary to just merge zombies with their superheroes. How the hell can you combine zombies and Marvel superheroes and actually make a coherent and entertaining story out of it? Well, if you actually pick this up and read it, you'll find out that zombies and Marvel superheroes go together just as good as peanut butter and f***ing jelly, beer and pizza, and fat, smelly gamers and Doritos. Yeah, but if you look at this, yes, the Marvel superheroes have been changed into zombies from an unknown outbreak that has infected the whole world. In the comic book, no one knows where the outbreak came from. But starting in Ultimate Fantastic Four number 21, Reed Richards gets tricked into believing that there's another version of him from another universe that needs help, only to find out that it's the Reed Richards from the zombie universe. And they want to come to the real universe and start feasting on everyone because they've already eaten everyone in their dimension. But I'm assuming the whole zombie dimension thing in Ultimate Fantastic Four number 21 and through 23 or 4, however long it ran, I got a few of them. I'm guessing it was only supposed to leave it at that story, but then Marvel Zombies had its own line of comic books. I don't know if it was intentional, but it just kept going. Even Ash from Evil Dead makes an appearance in the Marvel Zombies comic books. I didn't read them, but I really f***ing want them. And I guess in that comic book, it actually shows the origin of the Marvel Zombies, and I'm assuming it has something to do with the Necronomicon. Now, as the story goes in this book, it's pretty, straightforward, clean cut, like any zombie movie. Like, except it's the superheroes. It's their angle of it, like what they're going through. Some of the superheroes, they don't even give a shit that they just want to keep eating people. That's the main objective, is they gotta find more food. They've eaten everybody. They start thinking maybe we're gonna have to resort to eating each other, even though we taste like shit because we're all dead and rotten. There's some really, really grotesque stuff in here. Some of the superheroes even feel guilty for what they've done. Like Spider-Man is one of the main ones that feels guilty. He ate his Aunt May, he ate Mary Jane, his wife. In the beginning of the book, Magneto gets trapped in this dimension after closing the portal to the real universe. So he's trapped there, he's got to escape. He holds his own for a while, and he just ultimately, in a grisly, grotesque display, just gets ripped apart by everybody. There's some other really disgusting, disturbing things that you would never expect your favorite superheroes to actually do. Hank Pym, Ant-Man in this one. He's keeping Black Panther in a secret laboratory away from all the other superheroes. He's keeping him alive just so he can eat pieces off of him. Like, I really don't want to spoil the whole thing, but I'm just going to highlight some of my favorite parts about this. Like, in this story, Galactus actually comes to Earth, much like in the other comic books. He wants to consume Earth. He's a planet consumer. There's a scene where, his herald, Silver Surfer, comes to Earth, and all the superheroes just want a piece of Silver Surfer, and they eventually get him, they rip him apart, they eat him, but they also gain his power. Eventually, Galactus makes it to Earth, wanting to devour Earth pretty much. But the undead superheroes have other plans. They formulate a plan to take down Galactus and to eat him. So by the time they formulate a plan, they design this massive gun that, supposedly can kill Galactus, and they do it. But by the time they do it, all the undead villains in this universe make an appearance. Like, you got the Green Goblin, you got Venom, Red Skull makes an appearance. They just go at it in one massive battle to the death. To the undeath. The zombie death? The death again. After the massive battle, in the dust to settle, there's only 6 undead superheroes remaining that are able to eat Galactus and gain his powers. You got Luke Cage, Ant-Man, Wolverine, Spider-Man, Hulk, and Iron Man. There's redone artwork covers. Like, this one is actually a redone zombified cover of Secret Wars, like one of the original comic books. But they go They go on, like the back page is an original Spider-Man cover, and it's a zombie Spider-Man. Like, it's really great. There's a lot of classic comic book covers. If you love horror, you love zombies, but you love superheroes too, and you just want to see how the two go together, how the writers were able to do this, I highly recommend picking this up. But honestly, this gets the Glen seal of approval. I've always loved this. It gets an A+. Anyway, that's it for this episode of Glen's Reviews. If you want to see more of my videos, go to youtube.com/GlenLens. Look me up on Facebook if you want to. Mistress Peace Theater will be right back. See you guys next time.